roll with it. So today, Mom and I had talked earlier in the week about going to eat today, going out to eat for her and Dad's. Well, let me just say this. We were somewhere, where were we this past week? I don't remember, but she said we were on our way home already. And she goes, we should have just went and had lunch somewhere. And I said, well, yeah, that would have been nice. We were almost home. And I said, well, why don't we just go eat Saturday? I said, and we could just call it yours and Dad's anniversary lunch. And she said, that sounds good. We can go to BB's and I can get she was talking about, because BB's is that place that me and Mom went. We've only been once, but we've talked about going back several times. It's the Cajun. The Cajun.
I don't like it no more.
You've never even eaten there. Anyway, so 9:30 this morning, I call her. Now that's too early to go to lunch, but I just wanted to make sure before I started, doing things in the house and planning to be dressed at a certain time and leave. So she answered, but she sounded like she was still asleep. I said, are you still asleep? She said,
got beef or something there?
I'm talking. She says, I said, are you still asleep? And she goes, well, yeah. And I said, well, I'm sorry. I said, she said, we stayed up late last night watching TV or something. I said, oh, I did too. I said, this time changes. I said, I guess everybody uses the excuse of time change when it's time changes because your body has to get used. It is 1 o'clock. It's midnight or 1 or later sometimes he's already gone to bed because he's taking his night time to make him sleep. But I'd still be sitting up watching TV. In fact, Tony's birthday was the 13th, and I was up at midnight. So I went ahead and thought I was going to send him a happy birthday. He'll see it when he wakes up. Because it was a work day the next day. So I sent him this message and I said, just wanted to tell you happy birthday. When you wake up, you'll see this message. And almost immediately he goes, Mom, why aren't you asleep? And so I said, time changes mess me up. And he said, LOL, thank you for the birthday something. And, so the time changes got us all wacky. So anyway, I said, well, remember we were going to go have lunch today, go eat at BB's for your anniversary. And she goes, oh, I don't really think I want to. And I said, well, it's not like you got to get dressed now. And she goes, no, I know, she says, I don't think I want to go.
Why she messed up today?
No, she didn't say she was messed up. She just didn't want to go. Anyway, I was like, okay. And, talk to you later. And I felt so much like a Debbie Downer. I got so, not depressed, but just like, ugh, because... And I'm not saying this for people to feel sorry for me or something like that. I'm just saying, it's just life. I don't do anything without him usually. He is almost always with us. There are the few times that I'll get to, like if Mom's got a doctor's appointment or something, no, we don't leave. I don't go. I just take Mom to the doctor when we come home or whatever. But for the most part, he is always with me. He's not going to eat at BB's. Yes, I could take him in and he could just sit there, drink a soda while I eat. But, it's no conversation, So I look forward to the random times that me and Mom decide we're going to, eat somewhere. Or kind of truthfully, anything that I can do out of the house without him is and nothing. Once again, you got to make sure the crazy people don't think that you're saying something negative about your child. Just sometimes you need a break from that so said child. And so I was really, I was looking forward to going out and eat. I've been doing this kind of not keto, but just low carb diets, and drinking all this water, and
Don't do that no more.
And all I wanted was like, okay, well, we didn't eat that day, so Saturday. I'd been looking forward to today for, 4 or 5 days or whatever, almost a week since the last time we were somewhere, and we said, well, we go Saturday since we didn't go whatever day that was because we were already out and about but headed home, never thinking about eating. And hold on. So anyway, I was kind of, and next thing you know, I never got out of my nightgown, stayed in it till 11 almost, and then I went out and checked the box because some things I had ordered had come in, and my phone said delivered. And then we lost internet, so I was able to check some comments this morning from this morning's video, but I wasn't able to do a lot because we lost internet. And Buddy and Steph were already gone. I did not want to go over and try to reboot his computer. I had to do that while they were on that trip, this most recent trip they went on. I had to go over and reboot. I didn't know if I'd remember how. They just went to have like a birthday lunch with her mom. And, well, I could have had an anniversary lunch with my mom, possibly my dad too if he'd wanted to go. Dad's always wishy-washy, and I never count on Daddy doing something because you never know if he is. But I almost can always count on Mom, and this morning she didn't, so I don't have friends. My life is kind of Levi and family. And I'm not going to call Tina because, she has Rob. And, if he's off, then she's going to stay and do with him. Daniel and Lou do their own. I'm just kind of alone with Levi. And, I kind of just, Mom, and I have my friend Darkest, but she's got a husband and kids and grandkids, and so you have to kind of you can't just call at 11 and say, hey, you want to meet me for lunch? And she's kind of far away too now. They've moved sort of further away than she used to be.
I'll put my headphones on.
So anyway, it was just kind of a day. I did go out and work in the yard. I cut the rest of those posts off to even with the fence. And then I got them all cut down to the same length so I can put them on that other planter box for the other raised bed. And then I mowed my front yard. I did things around the house. So right now, because I didn't get to go Cajun and have shrimp and different things, we're headed to Hart's Chicken. Because at least at Hart's, they don't have hush puppies, which is kind of cool. I didn't want to go Porter. Porter, I could at least do Captain D's. It's not, it's like a Long John Silver's. It's not a real authentic, fish and chips place. But I would have been happy because I wanted catfish. I wanted fried in the cornmeal catfish. I wanted shrimp. I wanted a good coleslaw. I was just looking forward to eating now, getting out of the house and dressed and go eat, have a nice little afternoon out with my mom and possibly my dad. But anyway, that was kind of disappointing. I was kind of thinking, I've got to find a friend. I've got to find a friend that is close to me, that is ready to go whenever I want to go. Because, Mom is usually that person, but Mom kind of was a letdown today. So, I guess this is my pay. This is my payment for not getting BBs and doing all the yard work and working in the backyard. And I got the other post set remember I said I was going to do that one post that's already there. I was going to put a lamp on it, a lantern. I set the other post. It's concreted in. I got it all set and ready. I got them cut to the same height. So it's all ready for the little lamp lanterns to come, and they come Monday because I went ahead and got those ordered. Buddy and Steph did get the internet turned back on when they rebooted. My internet comes from Buddy because he was able to get that DSL or whatever, that really high, fast internet. And he told me, he goes, Mom, get rid of yours and I want to send a signal from my house to your house. So all I need was a router to pick up that signal, and he's got a little dish on the side of his house, sends a beam to my house, and I have a little tiny dish on the front of my porch, and it catches it, and then it's plugged into the router. But every now and then it goes out. It has to be rebooted. So I finally got internet back, but I can actually, outside, I can get internet. I just get 4G. And so I still didn't have internet when I ordered it, but I was able to order a 2-pack solar lantern post tops. And so they come Monday. So I'm going to paint my post red. And I'm going to paint the planter boxes red. The barn red, and put them lanterns on the tops Monday when they come in. Anyway, so my payment to myself is we're going to go to Hart's Chicken because he can get tenders because he likes tenders, and I can get gizzards and fried gizzards because they're very good. I used to get what they call a half and half, and it was half livers and half gizzards fried. But even taking Prilosec, the chicken liver gives me indigestion. So I can still eat the gizzards, and they're good. So I get those, and then I'm going to get a 2-piece fish. And they don't have hush puppies, which is kind of a letdown, but I get coleslaw. Anyway, I didn't get to go to BB's, but I am going to get some fish. Yeah, so I'm getting me some fish. And then when I get home, after we eat, I'm going to make Steph's cheesecake. That's what she likes for her birthday. And then I may go ahead and make the cake for Mom and Dad's anniversary cake for tomorrow. Because tomorrow is when we'll celebrate, Sunday. We'll celebrate the anniversaries and the birthdays. So we'll be celebrating Mom and Dad's anniversary and Steph's birthday. We would be celebrating Tony's birthday, but he doesn't come around. So that is what it is. So I'm going to make the cheesecake when I get home after we eat. And then I may go ahead and make Mom's cake. And she didn't want a traditional with icing and, like the sheet cake that you get like at a bakery somewhere that says like happy anniversary, because we've done that before. And we've also done the ice cream cake before. She said they just wanted a yellow cake, and then to make that Cool Whip and strawberries to go on it. And so I may go ahead and make the cake this evening. I know I'll be driving the church bus in the morning, so that will give those things are done and out of the way. Anyway. Alright. I will see
you not good no more?
A little bit. He's gonna be able to get a meal here with $6. He could, if he I just don't understand all these people in this line. Nobody else could help him just a little bit, but maybe they don't have it. I just can't. I don't think I could feel it's a luxury. We're sitting here, it's a luxury to be able to come and drive through this, this drive-through to get something. I don't think in good conscience I could have sat there. I couldn't have. And look, if I'd had nothing in my purse, I think I would have asked him, could I get him a meal? But I had $6, so he can choose what he wants. But I just can't feature how I could have just pulled on up and ordered food to go home and sit in our home and watch a movie and eat and know that there's a gentleman sitting on this corner. And you see people all the time. When I take Debbie, I take her to Houston. We pass lots of homeless, but we're moving. There's nowhere where we're sitting still and we could actually have a conversation with somebody out the window. That's not usually the case. But this, and I'm just thinking, right before we left the house, I told Levi, I said, you know what, I could just make us hamburgers again. I can make some hamburger patties. And he goes, no, I want hearts. And I'm just like, it was all of a sudden in my mind thinking, why do I even want to run all the way to town? But I did. And I just think, if I had just stayed at home, I don't know how many other people are going to ask him, does he need a couple of dollars for something to eat? But I know that out of these 8 vehicles, more than that back behind me now, he never walked up to anybody's vehicles. Nobody called him, nobody put their windows down and talked to that gentleman. It just tells you were supposed to be here this afternoon. Just gotta open your eyes and see it. Alright. I'm just gonna tell you just never know. Just open your heart and your eyes and look and help when you can, I think. I mean, $6 is not very much. You can't get a whole lot for $6. But you can, even if you didn't want to get here, you could go to McDonald's. McDonald's, he could eat 2 times for $6. A couple of things, Anyway. Alright. I love you guys. Talk to y'all later. Katie, I'm trying to do a video.